Hello, my friends, and welcome to another session of Yoga in 10. My name is Eliza, and I will be guiding you through this Yoga for Confidence practice today. The practice is a very short one, and it's a great one if you're finding that maybe you're feeling a little bit low on self esteem at the moment. Perhaps you've got an interview to go to. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit anxious about getting back to work after being in lockdown. Or maybe you've got a hot date and you just want to boost your confidence before you go. Whatever your reasoning is for practicing today, just take this time and space just for you. Really try to sink into the practice and really believe everything that you are saying and that you are doing. Believe that it's going to help you to boost your confidence. The power of the mind is very strong. So I just encourage you to believe in yourself, believe that you are worthy of whatever it is that you want to achieve or that you want to do in this time. You're not going to need any props for today, so just your mat and some space for yourself. So maybe just swing the arms around for a moment and check that you're not going to knock anything over. And we'll start today standing. So come to stand with your feet about hip width distance or wider. And if it's comfortable for you, come to close your eyes for a moment or maybe just lower your gaze down to the floor. And pin drop your awareness right here onto the mat, into your space. And check in with your breath. Check in with how your body feels. Nothing for you to do just yet. Just check in. And bring your awareness into your feet. Raise all 10 toes off the mat. And if you can, one toe at a time, lower them down. This may feel strange. That's perfectly normal. Lift the inner arches of your feet and ground through all four corners of your feet. So the big toe, the baby toe, and the two back corners of the heels. As you lift the inner arches of your feet, notice maybe the thighs switch on. Feel that energy rise all the way up into the abdomen. Zip the belly up, draw the navel up, maybe the tailbone lowers down. Allow that energy to continue to rise all the way up into the chest. Raise shoulders up towards the ears. Draw them back in space, pinch the shoulder blades together, and allow them to flop down. And feel that final rush of energy raise up through the crown of your head. Stand tall. Take one deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, sigh it all out by mouth. Allow your breath to run rhythmic and smooth. As you bring your hands onto the hips, bring the feet a little bit wider and turn the toes out. With your hands on your hips, find a lift in the chest, no flaring of the ribs, just lift the chest. Lift the chin slightly. So when I first started teaching yoga, I used to stand like this in front of a mirror. I call this superhero pose. And I would stand in front of a mirror and I would say, "You got this. You got this. You got this." And that would be my mantra. So feel free to use this as your mantra today, or maybe find one that resonates with you. With your chin high, shoulders back, and your chest lifted, state your mantra to yourself now. And slowly, slowly release your hands. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Your feet are comfortably together. The heels don't need to be touching. Find that lift into the inner arches of your feet once more. Feel the energy rise all the way up to the crown of the head. Zip the belly up. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together. And do your best not to flare the rib cage out, but rather tuck the ribs in, draw the shoulders down. Inhale to find that lift in your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Maybe allow the hands, the arms to come overhead. Stay here in your forward fold. Feel free to rest the belly on top of the thighs. Keep that deep bend in the knees. And draw the shoulders away from the ears. Feel that lovely space created in between the ears and the shoulders. On your next exhale, slowly lower the hands down. Release your grip, sweep fingertips across the mat. Keep the bend in the knees, come all the way up to stand. Reach up, stretch up, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Keep the inhale and exhale through the nose only. Draw shoulder blades together. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, arms overhead. Inhale to draw shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, rest belly on top of the thighs. Allow the head to hang heavy. Maybe nod the head yes, and shake the head no. Bring the head to stillness. Slowly lower the hands down. Keep the bend in the knees. Sweep the fingertips across the mat. Engage your core. Come all the way up to stand. Reach up, stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Interlace fingers behind the back. 2 more rounds just like that. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to fold forward, bend knees. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears, rest belly on the thighs. Exhale, release the hands down, sweep fingertips across the mat, come all the way up to stand, reach up, stretch up. Bring the hands down. 1 more. Inhale, interlace fingers, lift the chest. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release the hands down, sweep fingertips, come all the way up to stand, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands down, come to stand. So as you stand now, feet comfortably together, ground through all 4 corners of your feet, feel that energy rise. This is important now for balancing. So one big tip that I can give you for balancing today is to find a still spot in front of you to stare at. This is called your drishti point. By having this drishti point or this still spot to stare at, this increases your focus in balancing and enables you to feel more confident as you move through the balancing sequence, helping you to maintain stability and focus. So find your drishti spot. Stand tall. Bring the hands to heart center in prayer, thumbs rest on the sternum. Bring your weight into your left foot and raise your right leg up, knee to hip height, point the toes back. Zip up through the belly. Suck the left hip bone in and up. Leave your left thumb resting on the sternum. Release your right hand down. Take a hold of the inside of your right foot with your right hand. Bring the knees in line with one another. Now feel free to stay here if this is comfortable for you and you're feeling a good quadricep stretch here. Otherwise, moving to dancer, start to slowly kick the right foot into the right hand. Kick the foot. Kick the foot. Keep that gaze on one still spot. Keep kicking. Keep kicking. Thumb on the sternum to remind you to keep lifting in the chest. No sinking into the lower back. Keep kicking. Don't worry about how low down you come. Just focus on keeping your balance. Maybe you want to reach that left arm forward and send the chest down. Only take this as deep as it feels comfortable for you. Slowly come back. First, bring the left hand onto the sternum. Slowly raise yourself back up. Release the right foot. Point the toes back, knee to hip height. And take your time to release the right foot down. Release the hands down. Feel free to roll ankles out if that feels good for you. Find any form of release that feels good in this moment. Come to stand tall once more. And for this side, before you start, say your mantra to yourself once more. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer. Thumbs rest on the sternum. Bring your weight into the right foot this time. Zip the belly up. Lift the left foot, knee to hip height. Point the left toes back. Stay here. Keep your gaze on your drishti spot. Suck your right hip bone in and up. Notice if your right hip is kicking out to the right. Release the left hand down. Take a hold of the inside of the left foot with the left hand, knees next to each other. Zip up through the belly. If you stayed here on the other side, stay here on this side too. And keep finding that lift in your chest, pressing the chest towards the thumb. Otherwise, slowly start to kick the left foot. Kick the left foot. Kick the left foot. Suck the right hip bone in and up. Zip up through the belly. Kick the left foot. Send the chest forward. Keep kicking. Keep kicking. Feel free to release the right hand, right arm out in front of you for dancer. Keep that gaze, that drishti on your one still spot. If you fall out, don't worry. You can just come back. And slowly, slowly release out, right hand to sternum. Make your way back up, knees in one line. Release the left hand back to prayer, knee to hip height, point the left toes back. And slowly, slowly release the left foot down. Release the arms down, come to stand. Close your eyes for a moment. Bring your hands onto the hips. Stand tall, lift the chest, shoulders back, chin up. Say your mantra. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out by mouth. Bring the feet a little bit wider. Toes turn out to the side. Hands on the hips. Find that lift in your chest. Superhero pose. You got this. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out by mouth. State your mantra. Release your arms down, cross at the ankles, and come to sit for a moment. Sit in any way that's comfortable for you. Don't worry about how you're sitting. And take this moment here, bring your hands to prayer, thumbs rest on the sternum once more. Find that lift in your chest. Lift the chin. Feel free to close your eyes if that's more comfortable for you. And for the last time, state your mantra to yourself. I thank you all for joining me on the mat today. Namaste. So thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. If you want to deepen this practice or you feel that you need that little bit of an extra push, feel free to practice the confidence meditation alongside this practice. You can do this before or after the practice just to solidify your message to yourself that you have got this. No matter what it is that you need to achieve, if you put your mind to it, you can really get there. And remember that the words that you speak is the life that you live. So just continue to speak to yourself in this way. Tell yourself that you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. Wishing you a beautiful day ahead, and I look forward to seeing you again for another session of Yoga in 10.